Have you ever noticed that the people who are the hardest to embarrass are usually not the loudest people in the room? They're not the funniest, the strongest, or even the most intimidating. Yet somehow, people rarely try to disrespect them twice. Why? Because they have emotional control. When someone insults you, they usually expect one of two reactions. They expect you to get angry or to stay completely silent. Both reactions give them what they want. They know they've affected you. The most confident people do something different. They slow the moment down. Instead of reacting instantly, they pause for 2 or 3 seconds. They look the other person in the eyes and stay completely calm. That silence feels much longer than it actually is. And suddenly, the person who made the joke starts feeling uncomfortable instead. Silence is powerful because most people can't handle it. They expect an immediate reaction. When they don't get one, they begin questioning themselves. The next trick is even more effective. Never rush to defend yourself. Instead, ask a calm question. If someone says, "You're weird," don't explain yourself. Just ask, "What makes you think that?" If they say, "You're so awkward," ask, "Compared to who?" Most people aren't prepared to answer those questions. They weren't trying to have a real conversation. They just wanted a quick laugh or an emotional reaction. By asking them to explain, you shift the pressure back onto them. Another mistake many people make is trying to prove everyone wrong. You don't have to. Not every comment deserves a long response. Sometimes the strongest answer is a small smile followed by confidence. Remember this. People judge your emotional reaction more than your words. If you panic, they notice. If you become defensive, they notice. But if you stay relaxed, maintain eye contact and speak slowly, people automatically see you as more confident. People who constantly make fun of others are often trying to impress the people around them. They want attention or approval. That's why they choose public situations. They hope other people will laugh and make them feel more important. The moment they realize you won't, give them the emotional reaction they're looking for, the game becomes boring for them. The goal isn't to win every argument. The goal is to make sure nobody else controls your emotions except you. The next time someone tries to embarrass you, don't focus on finding the perfect comeback. Focus on your breathing. Slow your voice. Keep eye contact. Ask one calm question if necessary. Confidence isn't about speaking first. It's about staying in control when everyone else expects you to lose it. Once you learn this skill, you'll notice that people begin to respect your presence long before you even say a word. There's one more mistake that keeps people trapped. They believe confidence means always having the perfect answer. It doesn't. Sometimes, the strongest response is refusing to play the other person's game. Think about it. If someone is trying to embarrass you in front of everyone, what do they really want? They want your attention. They want your emotions. They want proof that they got under your skin. The moment you react exactly the way they expected, they win. But when you stay calm, everything changes. Another technique is controlling your body language. Your words matter, but your body speaks first. Stand up straight. Keep your shoulders relaxed. Maintain eye contact. Speak a little slower than usual. People naturally associate slow movements and a calm voice with confidence and authority. Fast movements, nervous laughter, and rushed speech often signal anxiety, even if your words are strong. Here's another psychological trick. Don't try to make everyone like you. Confident people know that being respected is more important than being liked. Not everyone will agree with you, and that's completely normal. The more you chase everyone's approval, the easier you become to manipulate. Real confidence begins when you stop needing permission to be yourself. Another thing to remember is that silence isn't weakness. Many people talk too much because they're uncomfortable with silence. Confident people are different. They know that every conversation doesn't need to be filled with words. Sometimes a calm smile and a few seconds of silence say more than a long explanation ever could. Here's another habit that confident people have. They never take every insult personally. Before reacting, they ask themselves, is this really about me? Or is this about the other person's insecurity? Very often, people criticize others because they're unhappy with themselves. Understanding this doesn't excuse rude behavior, but it helps you avoid carrying someone else's negativity. You also don't have to win every conversation. Sometimes walking away is the strongest move you can make. Protecting your peace is far more valuable than proving a point to someone who has no intention of understanding you. And finally, ask yourself one simple question whenever someone insults you. Will this matter a year from now? Most of the time, the answer is no. So don't give temporary opinions permanent control over your emotions. Protect your peace. Protect your confidence. Because once people realize that their words can no longer control your mind, they lose the only weapon they had. That's when respect begins. And the best part is that this skill gets stronger every time you practice it. The more you stay calm under pressure, the more natural it becomes. Eventually, people won't see someone who is easy to embarrass, confident, and impossible to shake. There's one final lesson that separates truly confident people from everyone else. They don't build their confidence from other people's opinions. Most people do. They feel confident when they're praised and insecure the moment they're criticized. That means they're giving strangers control over how they feel. Real confidence works differently. It comes from knowing your values, your strengths, and accepting your weaknesses without letting them define you. Think about the people you admire. Do you believe everyone likes them? Of course not. Every successful person has critics. Every confident person has people who misunderstand them. The difference is that they don't spend their lives trying to convince everyone. They focus on becoming a better version of themselves every single day. Here's a simple rule you should remember. Never accept criticism from someone you wouldn't ask for advice. If you don't respect their opinion enough to seek their guidance, why should their insults have the power to ruin your day? Another important habit is learning to separate facts from opinions. If someone calls you boring, that's not a fact. It's an opinion. If someone says you're not good enough, that's not proof. It's simply the way they see you. And people can be wrong, very wrong. One of the biggest reasons people lose confidence is because they compare themselves to everyone around them. Someone is richer. Someone is better looking. Someone speaks better. Someone has more friends. If you keep comparing yourself, you'll never feel enough. Instead, compare yourself with who you were yesterday. Small improvements every day create massive confidence over time. Remember, confidence isn't built in one moment. It's built every time you keep your promises to yourself. Every workout you finish, every difficult conversation you face, every fear you overcome, every goal you refuse to quit on. Those small victories slowly change the way you see yourself. And once you believe in yourself, something incredible happens. Other people begin believing in you too, not because you became perfect, but because you stopped needing everyone else's approval. At the end of the day, people will always have opinions. Some will support you, some will doubt you, some will even try to bring you down. You can't control that. What you can control is your response. Protect your peace. Choose your battles wisely. Respect yourself enough to walk away from people who only want to provoke you. Because the greatest form of confidence isn't proving other people wrong. It's living your life without letting their opinions decide your worth. The moment you understand that, you'll stop chasing respect, and you'll naturally start earning it. There's another habit that confident people develop over time. They stop assuming that everyone is judging them. Most of us think people notice every mistake we make. We believe everyone remembers that awkward moment, that wrong answer, or that embarrassing situation. But the truth is, most people are too busy thinking about themselves. They're worried about how they're being seen, just like you are. This is called the spotlight effect. Your brain makes you feel like a spotlight is always shining on you, when in reality it isn't. The moment you understand this, you stop overthinking every little mistake. You become more relaxed. And when you're more relaxed, you naturally appear more confident. Here's another mindset that changes everything. Stop trying to avoid embarrassment. Instead, become comfortable with it. Every confident person has said something awkward. Every successful person has been rejected. Every strong person has looked foolish at some point. The difference is that they didn't let those moments stop them. They accepted the discomfort and kept moving forward. Another powerful habit is speaking with intention. You don't have to fill every silence with words. Take your time. Think before you answer. People pay more attention to someone who speaks slowly and clearly than someone who talks non-stop. Slow speech creates authority. Calm behavior creates trust, and trust creates respect. Remember this, your confidence is not decided by one conversation. It's built through hundreds of small moments where you choose courage instead of fear. Every time you raise your hand, every time you express your opinion, every time you say no when you mean no, every time you refuse to apologize for simply being yourself. Those moments slowly reshape the way you see yourself. One day, You'll realize that the situations that once made you nervous no longer affect you, not because the world changed, but because you did. And that's when confidence stops being something you act and becomes part of who you are. That's real strength. And once you reach that point, no one else's opinion will be powerful enough to define your worth. Because the strongest person in the room isn't the one who never feels fear. It's the one who refuses to let fear make their decisions. That's the kind of confidence that lasts a lifetime. Remember, confidence is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. Every difficult conversation, every challenge you face, and every moment you choose. Courage over comfort is another step toward becoming mentally stronger. You don't have to be fearless. You just have to keep moving forward, even when fear is present. Over time, you'll realize that the things that once intimidated you have lost their power because you've grown into someone who no longer depends on other people's opinions to believe in yourself. Before we finish, remember one thing. Nothing in this video will change your life unless you actually use it. You can watch hundreds of videos about confidence, psychology, and self-improvement. You can save them, share them, and even memorize every word. But knowledge without action changes nothing. The people who become mentally strong aren't the people who know the most. They're the people who apply what they learn consistently. So the next time someone tries to embarrass you, don't panic. Take a deep breath. Stay calm. Maintain eye contact. Remember the techniques you've learned today. Don't let your emotions make the decision for you. Let your mind stay in control. At first, it might feel uncomfortable. That's completely normal. Nobody is born confident. Confidence is built through experience, repetition, and courage. Every time you practice, you'll become a little calmer, a little stronger, and a little more confident. Eventually, those situations that once made you nervous won't affect you anymore because you stopped giving other people's opinions so much power. Always remember this. You cannot control what people say. You cannot control how they behave. But you can always control your response. And that is where your real power begins. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to grow. Every difficult moment makes you mentally stronger if you choose to learn instead of giving up. One small change today can completely change the person you become a year from now. That's how confidence is built, not in one big moment, but through hundreds of small decisions that nobody else sees. So here's your challenge. Don't just finish this video and continue with your day like nothing happened. Choose one idea from this video and apply it today. Maybe it's maintaining eye contact. Maybe it's speaking more slowly. Maybe it's refusing to react emotionally. Small actions repeated every single day create extraordinary results over time. Remember, your future self is created by the choices you make today, not by the excuses you make tomorrow. Don't expect overnight results. Be patient with yourself. Real growth takes time, but every single step you take is moving you closer to the person you want to become. So stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stop waiting until you feel ready. The best time to start is now. Take action. Challenge yourself. Step outside your comfort zone. Become stronger than your excuses. Become calmer than your fears. Become the person you know you're capable of becoming. Your future starts with the decision you make today. Thank you so much for watching until the end. If you enjoyed this video and want more psychology and self-improvement content like this, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video.